If you own or shoot any kind of footage on an Osmo Pocket 3 or Osmo Pocket 4, then it is recommended to use neutral density, circular polarizing and diffusion filters to level up your footage and give it a professional finish. In this episode, I'm going to be reviewing and taking a look at footage filmed using the Aloof versatile kit for the Osmo Pocket 3 and 4. Aloof have sent me these filters for free to review. They are not checking this video, so these are my own opinions. Now this particular set comes with a 2 to 32 stop variable neutral density filter, a circular polarizing filter, a 0.75 wide angle lens adapter to increase your storytelling field of view, and a black mist diffusion filter for softening your footage. The kit comes in a neatly packaged box and then a hard case containing the filters. All 4 attachments are magnetic and feel quite strong, which is reassuring that they won't fall off and get lost, especially when stacking them, which we'll cover later. Depending on your Osmo hard case, there is often storage within to place regularly used filters. Now if you like the look at these filters, Aloof are giving you a 15% discount between now and September the 1st across their entire range of products. Head over to aloofshop.com and enter the discount code ALOOF2026 during the checkout. From here on in, I'm going to be shooting at 24 frames a second on the Osmo Pocket 3 using D-Log-M. I'm not going to be color grading any of the footage unless I specifically say so. Firstly, the Aloof variable neutral density filter subtracts light from hitting your Osmo sensor, allowing you to shoot footage at lower shutter speeds in brighter lighting conditions. Well, why do we need lower shutter speeds? Or to put it better, why do we need to maintain a shutter speed that is twice as fast as our video frame rate to get a more natural looking film feel? Well, you see, traditionally we see video footage in a more natural way when there is some motion blur on moving subjects. This is how our eyes see the real world. Moving things get blurry the faster they move within our field of vision. In bright outdoor conditions, we can control over exposure by either closing down the aperture, not something we can control on the Osmo Pocket 3 or 4, or use a faster shutter speed. However, the latter results in very digital looking and unnatural footage, as each frame of video is perfectly frozen with no blur. A neutral density filter reduces exposure brightness and allows the videographer to get shutter speeds close to the 180-degree rule, whereby your shutter speed should ideally be twice that of your frame rate. For example, if you shoot at 24 frames a second, then your shutter speed should be close to 1/48th of a second or 1/50th of a second. The Aloof variable neutral density filter has 5 variable stops of exposure for changing lighting conditions, especially if, like me, you shoot outdoors where the sunlight and weather conditions can quickly change. A 1-stop or ND2 filter divides the current amount of light by 2. A 2-stop or ND4 divides the current amount of light down to 1/4, and a 3rd stop or ND8 divides the current light down to 1/8, 4-stop by 1/16, and 5-stop by 1/32, so on and so forth. And because the filter is variable, this includes all the stops or reductions in between. The filter is magnetic and easy to pop on and off. You adjust the filter density or stops by rotating the outer edge. The Osmo Pocket 3 gimbal will close with the filter on or off, and I recommend adding or removing the filter when the device is off to save damaging the gimbal. What I like about this filter is it cannot be rotated beyond the range of the ND or stops, so you don't risk going out of the bounds or getting that weird X pattern polarization effect. As a comparison, this 24 frames a second footage is correctly exposed with no filter at a shutter speed of 0.002 of a second. As we can see, the video footage direct off the Osmo sensor has a very digital feel, because we are breaking the twice our frame rate shutter speed rule. Now when the shutter speed is set to 1/50th of a second and the variable neutral density filter is added and adjusted to a nominal exposure, the footage appears more natural. Here is a side-by-side comparison. If we compare footage with and without the filter, you can see where I've had to bump up the shutter speed to 0.002 of a second to get a nominal exposure. Anything moving fast across the frame is still very sharp. This is not the way our eyes naturally see things. However, in the footage with the neutral density filter and the shutter speed reduced to 1/50th of a second, remember the 180-degree rule, anything moving fast across the frame has some degree of blur in it, and it feels more natural because this is how our eyes see the real world. With the filter being adjustable from 1 to 5 stops or ND2, to ND32, it covers a range of lighting conditions from bright indoor environments, snow or desert, and the harsh midday sun. A variable neutral density filter also comes into its own when using it for time-lapse, hyperlapse or motion lapse. Instead of your time-lapse footage looking like a video that's been sped up, a variable neutral density filter can help reduce your shutter speed and create a sense of motion on moving objects. Because essentially, a time-lapse is a video where the frame rate is very, very slow, maybe 1 frame a second, 1 frame every 30 seconds. The possibilities are endless. And remember, each frame needs that little bit of motion blur, whether that's moving people or vehicles in a time-lapse or motion lapse, or the foreground in a hyperlapse. The Aloof website has a handy comparison slider so you can get a feel of the effects an ND filter has. A circular polarizing filter will add contrast and saturation to certain parts of your image. It can cut back on glare and reflections, whether that's from water or from glass, and for clear or sunny days it will add contrast and saturation to blue skies or clouds, or for water shots it can diminish reflections so you can bring out the details under the water. But how does a circular polarizing filter work? Normal light vibrates in many directions, but when light reflects off non-metallic surfaces like water, glass, roads, or leaves, it often becomes partly polarized, meaning the waveforms of light mostly vibrate in one direction. A circular polarizing filter only allows light vibrating in a chosen orientation to pass through, thus it can help to reduce harsh specular highlights or reflected light. A circular polarizing filter works best when the light source is 90 degrees to your camera. The Aloof website has a great comparison demo to see the effects of a circular polarizing filter, but I wanted to test this out myself under various conditions. You can rotate the circular polarizing filter to control how the light is polarized and how it will affect your footage, from car windows, water, wet leaves, grass, or any kind of non-metallic reflections. Again, the Osmo gimbal will close with the filter in situ. A 1/4 black mist diffusion filter softens and blooms highlights, softens digital sharpness, smooths skin texture slightly, creates halation around lights, all while keeping most of the image relatively sharp and contrasty. It's one of the most common cinematic look filters used in modern digital cinematography. It just helps to add atmosphere to certain footage. For me, it just helps make my videos look that little bit more professional. Again, here is some side-by-side comparison footage under different lighting conditions. A wide-angle lens allows you to fit more into every frame. With the Osmo Pocket having a focal length of 20mm, this lens adapter will decrease that focal length by a factor of 0.75 to 15mm, giving you an increased field of view and squeezing more into the frame. I find the Osmo 20mm focal length to be quite wide for vlogging on the fly, and it always seems to make my face look a bit big and my nose sticky outy. And with close-ups at 15mm, I always feel like I look like a bit of a cartoon character. However, after reviewing and experimenting, talking to the camera with a wide-angle lens on, I could see how this creative style could be used to emphasize a location where you are and is ideal for tourism, vlogging, or where you want to show a specific location. However, for certain scenarios, it is great for getting that depth in the frame or capturing the epicness of a scene. Just like wide-angle photography, you can get close to a subject in the foreground while keeping a lot of the surrounding environment in context. Here is some footage shot with the wide-angle lens. Yes, with any non-rectilinear lens you will get distortion, but use that to your advantage. Note that the gimbal head will not fully close with this lens adapter on, but the gimbal does flip round once the power is switched off. Are the filters stackable? Yes, the filters are stackable. Just bear in mind that as you add layers in front of the Osmo sensor, no matter the quality, you will introduce some form of color cast, softening, or vignetting. I found that adding the black mist diffusion filter first and then the variable neutral density filter gives a consistently good result. Even then, adding the wide-angle lens gives my footage a unique look and feel. When you stack the wide-angle lens over the top of a filter, there is a groove that still lets you adjust the circular polarizing or variable neutral density filter. By design, you cannot put a filter on the front of the wide-angle lens. The magnet is not strong enough. And besides, you will have very extreme vignetting as demoed here. Now if you do want to stack your filters, I found it easier to stack them first out of the case and add them to your Osmo gimbal rather than trying to add each individual filter and the wide angle lens directly to your Osmo sensor. Now Aloof are kindly offering a 15% discount across their entire range between now and the 1st of September. Just head over to aloofshop.com and at checkout enter the discount code ALOOF2026. I'll put all this information in the video description. As the Osmo Pocket camera literally fits in my pocket, I'm sure for many people it is the go-to cinematographer in your camera kit. And having this filter set is like having a mini director of photography to hand. The Aloof Versatile Kit offers flexible light control and creative image styling in one compact set, from adjustable exposure and reflection reduction to subtle highlight softening and an expanded field of view. It provides versatile tools for a wide range of shooting scenarios. For the price, size and quality of footage, the Osmo Pocket, along with this kit, can help make your footage stand out from average to professional. For me, it gives my videos a certain je ne sais quoi.